Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and good morning to each and everyone. I am the reporter for today, Yasser Nurjan Binal, to the subject public fiscal management and government budgeting. My topic for today is chapter 4, evaluating public expenditures. Does it matter how they are financed? And the chapter 4.1, the Orthodox tradition. Chapter 4, evaluating public expenditures. Does it matter how they are financed? Introduction. Public expenditures, the distribution of government resources to diverse sectors and programs, stands as a fundamental element of any contemporary economy. It serves a pivotal role in furnishing indispensable services, fostering economic progression, and addressing social inequalities. Nonetheless, the mere act of disbursing public funds is insufficient to ensure efficient governance. The manner in which these expenditures are funded has emerged as a pivotal factor in evaluating their overall ramifications. This introduction delves into the intricate nature of public expenditure financing, scrutinizing its repercussions for economic expansion, societal fairness, and enduring fiscal stability. So here are the significance of public expenditures. Public expenditures encompasses an extensive array of government disbursement embracing, number one, essential services, healthcare, education, infrastructure, public safety, and social welfare programs serve as a fundamental pillars of functional societies. Public expenditure guarantees universal access to these services irrespective of individuals' socio-economic status. Number two is economic development. Government investment in infrastructure, research and development, and education can invigorate economic growth by generating employment opportunities, fostering innovation, and enriching productivity. The third one is social equity. Public expenditure plays a pivotal role in rectifying societal inequalities by offering targeted assistance to vulnerable demographics, facilitating income redistribution, and ensuring parity in opportunities. The financing predicament, various sources and diverse impact. While the essence of public expenditure is indisputable, the discourse has veered toward how these expenditures are financed. The primary source of public financing encompasses is number one, taxation. This involves garnering revenue from individuals and businesses through a spectrum of taxes like income tax, corporate tax, and sales tax. Number two is borrowing. Government resorts to borrowing funds from domestic or international markets by issuing bonds or acquiring loans. The third one is currency issuance. This involves the creation of new currency, though this practice is typically employed judicially due to its potential for inflation. So, the imperative for comprehensive assessment. Assessing public expenditures necessitates a comprehensive analysis that encompasses both the envisioned outcomes of spending and the financing mechanisms in play. It is insufficient to merely measure whether a specific expenditure initiative attains its stipulated objectives. Equally critical is scrutinizing how the funding of that initiative influences the economy, society, and the government's long-term fiscal property. There are pivotal queries of evaluation. Number one, impact evaluation. So the question is in impact evaluation is what are the foreseen and unforeseen ramifications of the expenditure program, or does it achieve its objectives, or what are the societal, economical, and ecological implications. So number two is cost benefit appraisal. The question is, does the expenditure program yield benefits that eclipse its costs? Are the alternative avenues to achieve similar outcomes more efficiently? The next one is fiscal viability. How does the funding scheme for the expenditure program impact public debt levels? Are the alternative funding mechanisms that would prove more enduring in the long run? The next one is equity consideration. Does the expenditure program extend benefits equitably across all strata of society? Does it contribute to reduced income disparities and foster social equity? So that is the four pivotal queries for evaluation. So here is the conclusion. Assessing public expenditure constitutes a multifaceted and intricate venture. It necessitates a discerning comprehension of the interaction between spending decisions and funding mechanisms. By contemplating the economic, societal, and fiscal implications of financing public expenditures, policymakers can make well-informed decisions that bolster sustainable economic proliferation, societal fairness, and prudent governance. This introduction serves as an initializing point for comprehensive exploration of this critical matter, emphasizing the need for thorough evaluation and a steadfast commitment to transparency and accountability. Chapter 4.1 The Orthodox Tradition. Introduction. The evaluation of public expenditure and the significance of how it is financed stand as a pivotal aspect in public finance. Rooted in neoclassical economics, the Orthodox tradition offers a distinct framework for scrutinizing this matter. This introduction delves into the fundamental tenets of the Orthodox approach, spotlighting its merits, shortcomings, and ongoing dialogues with the domain. So here is the Orthodox perspective, emphasizes on efficiency and market dynamics. In public finance, the Orthodox tradition perceives the government as a necessary yet imperfect player in the economy. Ika nga. It places a premium on research allocation efficiency, posting that public expenditure should target sectors where market mechanisms fall short in delivering optimal results. This viewpoint hinges on the following fundamental principles. The number one is market efficiency. The Orthodox tradition postulates that markets typically function efficiently in distributing resources. Individuals, guided by self-interest, make rational choices to maximize utility, ultimately leading to an ideal resource allocation. Next one is government intervention. Acknowledging market inefficiencies in specific scenarios such as public good provision, externalities, and information asymmetries, the Orthodox tradition supports government involvement, to rectify market malfunction and enhance overall welfare. Next one is cost-benefit analysis. Advocating for a meticulous cost-benefit evaluation of public expenditure initiatives, this tradition underscores comparing program benefits against cost to ensure favorable outcomes and efficient resource allocation. The last one is fiscal responsibility. Accentuating fiscal prudence, the Orthodox tradition contends that excessive government spending could trigger inflation, impede private investment, and engender unsustainable debt levels, advocating for balanced budgets to prudent debt management practices. So here is the financing public expenditure, the Orthodox perspectives. Recognizing the imperative for public expenditure financing, the Orthodox traditionally notably favors taxation as the primary revenue source driven by the following rationale. So number one is taxation necessity. Viewing taxes as indispensable for generating revenue to fund crucial public services and rectify market inefficiencies, while acknowledging their potential to distort economic behavior by curbing disposable income and disincentivizing work and investment. The next one is tax efficiency concerns, emphasizing the importance of crafting tax structures that are efficient and minimize distortions. The Orthodox tradition seeks to mitigate deadweight losses and secure an equitably distributed tax burden. The next one is borrowing as stopgap. Perceiving borrowing as a short-term remedy for addressing transit budget deficits, yet cautioning against prolonged borrowing leading to unsustainable debt burdens that could crowd out private investment and hamper economic advancement. So the last one is reserve money issuance, reserving currency printing as a last resort mechanism for emergencies given its potential for hyperinflation, a catastrophic event eroding savings and devaluing currency. So the essence of financing in public expenditure as a violation, expenditure violation. The Orthodox tradition posits that evaluating the financing approach for public expenditure holds utmost importance in asserting its overall implication, driven by the following consideration: taxation and efficiency. The mode of taxation impositions can impact the efficiency of public expenditure, with labor taxes potentially deterring work efforts and capital levels discouraging investments. Borrowing and debt. Financing public expenditure via borrowing might elevate interest payments, potentially displacing other governmental spending or necessitating future tax raises. Inflation and money printing. Debts and challenges within the Orthodox tradition. Despite its efficiency-centric stance and market emphasis, the Orthodox approach faces multifaceted challenges and ongoing debts. Number one is government rule. Critics contend that the Orthodox tradition downplays the government's role in enhancing social welfare and addressing market deficiencies, underscoring the governmental necessity in education, healthcare, and environmental conservation. Equity considerations. Debates arise over the Orthodox tradition efficacy in balancing efficiency against equity concerns, with advocates highlighting the imperative for government programs to diminish income disparity, furnish social safety nets, and ensure equity in opportunities. Fiscal policy and economic growth. Ongoing dialogues revolve around the fiscal policy's role in sparking economic growth, with some advocating for government expenditure as a demand booster to foster job creation amidst economic downturns, unlike the orthodox traditions, accentuation on fiscal discipline. So that is the debates and challenges within the orthodox tradition. So here is the conclusion. The orthodox tradition in public finance presents a valuable lens for evaluating public expenditure. It emphasizes on efficiency, market dynamics, and fiscal restraint has significantly contributed to our comprehension of public finance intricacies. Nonetheless, the tradition is not devoid of limitations, with persistent debate surrounding the government's role, equity considerations, and the efficacy of fiscal strategies shaping the discourse in public finance. So, if you have questions, don't hesitate to contact me or message me on my messenger or on my number 0963-242-7371, or you can email me to my email address nakamoj@gmail.com. So that's all. Thank you and wassalam. Pagpalain bang Sanguro.